Hello, I'm LuNEJuNE, and in today's video, I'll be showing you how to use the current best deck without legendaries. This deck will help beginner players and people who have crap legendary dice win in PvP. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like the video for more content like this. Let's get into analyzing. This particular deck is made out of 5 non-legendary dice. Berserker, Modify Electric, Random Growth, Iron, and Mighty Wind is its 5 dice. Now I will show you each dice's roles and what they accomplish in a PvP situation. First off, Berserker. High DPS dice that transforms every so often. This heated looking dice can deal some massive damage and also can clear a huge line of mobs. However, the downside to this would be that if it doesn't activate, it's just a DPS dice that does damage. The main role for a Berserker is to lane clear when necessary and saving your life sometimes from high HP bosses. Modify Electric dice is another wave clearing dice that helps with damage. If Berserker is like a heavy hitting burst DPS, Modify Electric is a consistent chipping wave clearing DPS. It doesn't deal a whole lot of damage, but if there is a high pip, it'll dish out consistent damage, which is always nice. However, if you don't think wave clearing is needed and only will use Berserker, then swapping this with Broken Growth is also a good idea. Random Growth is 100% necessary for this deck because it is the main pip dice of the deck. Without this dice, none of the things I said previously will work. A low pip Berserker and Modify Electric simply doesn't do a whole lot of damage to wave clear. With Random Growth, you need to rely on luck, but when it happens, oh god. There are times when you don't get good luck and get horrible RNG and have low pips to begin with. That is okay, as long as it's not Leon, you can recover. Remember, this deck is very strong at wave 1 and almost cannot lose. Also, the recent Random Growth buff really helps out this dice in general because of the shorter time when it is at higher pip count and also that it damages mobs occasionally. Iron dice is the heavy hitter for bosses and mini bosses. This dice is the one to deal with early game and one of the reasons why wave 1 is so easy to survive. This bad boy can easily defeat the wave 1 wave and boss and can even be the main DPS for the second wave. However, later rounds it kinda just becomes like atomic dice where all the other dice attacks the front when iron supports them by weakening the follow-up mobs. Mighty Wind is the consistent chip DPS for bosses. Can you guys see a pattern here? 2 burst damage and consistent DPS dice for both wave and boss. Yeah, that's why this deck is good. And I was lucky to get a 6 pip right off the bat when the game started. This allowed me to chill for a bit and not waste my RNG on getting good DPS dice. Also, Mighty Wind is just kinda good, so use it. At wave 1, you simply just have to spawn dice. I don't recommend merging any unless your board is full. Once your board is full, you can start merging 1 pip Modify Electrics and Berserkers since those two don't do much when it's a low pip. You should never ever merge Iron, Mighty Wind, or Random Growth in any situation in wave 1. You can easily survive the wave and boss thanks to Iron plus Mighty Wind combo, and while that's all happening, Random Growth can casually grow. At wave 2, you have to start preparing for your wave clearing DPS, which are Berserker and Modify Electric. But before all of that, if you got a high pip DPS dice of any, power that up to level 3. This will come very handy and will help you survive more. It doesn't matter which dice, just if it is one of the highest DPS dice, then power it up, except Random Growth. At round 2, Iron dice becomes low-key useless, meaning you can merge 1 pips to get higher pip dice. Also, I recommend always merging 1 pip Modify Electric and Berserker whenever you can. This will get you higher pips overall, and also will give you space for potential Random Growths. I also don't recommend merging anything higher than a 3 pip. Since you are going to lose out on a lot of pips, this will lower your overall board DPS. This is basically how to play the deck, and I will have some gameplays after this outro. I survived at least to wave 4 every single game I tested this with my alt account. Here are the specs, and it will be very easy to grind trophies. Have a nice day, and stay safe everyone.